Hello, hello, hello. This is Tando from Cosmic Spark back again with another astrology video. And today it is what I love about Taurus. And let's not waste any time. Let's get stuck into it. Alrighty, so Taurus is one of my favorite signs. I'm a Taurus moon. I have had a lot of Taurus friends, typically the women. So I think I understand Taurian women very well on like a one-to-one basis. Taurian men, I've had some interactions with them, but it's never really gone very far, despite us both being Venetian ruled. But we'll discuss that in another video. But I do understand them from like a archetypal sort of perspective, right? So what do we know about Taurus? Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac. Taurus is a feminine sign ruled by a feminine planet, making it very feminine in its expression. So it's all about sensitivity, receiving, flow, sensuality. Taurus, Taurus is sensuality. So yeah, second sign of the zodiac, ruled by Venus, the goddess of love. Venus rules Taurus and Libra as well, but Libra comes way later in the zodiac. What do I love about Taurus? Oh my god, so many things I could say. I love actually how material Taurians are, whether that is in the sense that they're just fully present in the material realm. You can see it in the way that they respond to the environment. You can see it in the way that they like garden or like to adorn themselves, and like they like to collect things, things like that. It's very much firmly rooted in the earthly realm. I think Taurian women especially are so incredibly feminine. Um, they exude femininity no matter what their body type is, no matter what their dress sense is. It is just in the way that they move their body. It's slow. Taurus is slow. They do a lot of things slowly. But I think a benefit of that is that they're always looking cool and calm when they're going about their business. They're the type of people that aren't easily flappable. I actually love the fact that people that don't have Taurian friends, or maybe when they meet a Taurus for the first time, I feel like Taurians are notorious for resting bitch face. Like I'm talking Taurus suns and Taurus risings. Because, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't think they are exactly the energy they always give off in the first instance. But sometimes it is an expression of their energy that you might see at a later date if you commit certain crimes. But I think it's always funny that they seem so unapproachable. I think were you to pursue a Taurus, you have to have a lot of guts and a lot of gumption, because they're so alluring. They reel you in, whether it's the men or the women. They reel you in with their beauty, or even when I've interacted with Taurian men, like in a sort of dating sense, I found them to be very attractive, not in a feminine way. I found their masculinity attractive, but like there was beauty in the way that I perceived them. Um, so yeah, I think Taurians, even when not conventionally attractive, because Taurians, I find a lot of Taurians are shaped very similarly to a ball. I don't know what it is. Like I've met so many men that like it's like the broad shoulders. With the women, it's a little different, but it's very much giving for both men and women, like quite stout and heavy at the top. But I love it. It's interesting. I just find it funny how you pick up on patterns. Um, yeah, so Taurians are very, very much in the physical realm. Um, Firstly, all earth signs and their favorite color being green or green making its way into their wardrobe or their households is so funny. It's like clockwork. Show me a Taurus where green isn't in their top two or top three colors because I'll be surprised. um, you can trust a Taurian to take care of you, and because they are fully in the moment, you can trust a Taurus to help you be in the moment. You go over to a Taurian's house, okay? They're gonna feed you. They're gonna feed you. They're gonna pamper you. They're gonna make sure the temperature's right, and the candles are going. Oh my god, Taurians and candles, Taurians and a good scent, Taurians and good skincare, Taurians and like beautiful clothes, beautiful jewelry, lovely perfumes. It's all about beauty in the mundane, beauty in the everyday. While Libra has some of those Venusian qualities of like enjoying beauty, because they're an air sign and therefore masculine, there's like a different expression and appreciation of beauty. But with Taurians, it is not just about themselves, and it's not to say every Taurus is like a glamorous beauty queen, but it's like it's in the environment as well. And even if a Taurian isn't super big into like clothes, jewelry, and things like that, it's like they really take care of their skin and they really take care of like their body in like a really nice and intrinsic way. They go get massages and they engage in like bodily pleasures in some way or other. I mean, I also see Taurus as a hedonist and a hedonistic sign, and so any expression of hedonism you will see a Taurus do in some way or other. If you don't think they do it, you don't know them well enough. Taurians can be tight with their wallets or they can be spendthrifts. It depends on what their value system is, what are the other placements. But they're very intentional with how they spend and they're very strong in their value system. I think it's that being an earth sign, they're quite I like the predictability of Taurians. As a Taurus moon, I guess it mirrors me in some way, and so I love that. So yeah, I just love how they're in their body and how they move about the world, and then the way that they brighten an environment. I love the way Taurians commune with nature in like a really natural way. They're not going out of their way to look like a tree hugging hippie, okay? That it's just Taurian at home, keeping their little garden. If not garden, oh my god, will they have plants for days? You know, it's that like, you know, wanting to go for hikes or camping. Ah, oh, Taurians love camping. It's all about being in nature and communing in nature. I think they really find themselves in nature. I like how Taurians don't need to have a lot of friends. They want love and affection and community, but they're not going to sacrifice a lot of things for it, depending on other placements, of course. Because I've certainly seen some Taurians that don't have those boundaries, but I also think it has to do with youth and lacking maturity more than it is. Um, yeah, I think that's probably where it comes from. Let me see what I love. Taurians are stubborn, very, very stubborn. But I don't find that to be a deterrent. Maybe I'm a sucker for punishment. I don't know, but I mean, who isn't? I mean, the Aries that I just did before, super stubborn, and so is Taurus. And I think Taurus, Taurus's stubbornness comes from not wanting change. They really struggle with change. Um, Sometimes it's just they're not ready. It's not on their time or their terms because they do things slowly. In the way that when I watch my Aries friends moving around, you can kind of see the fire energy in them. Same thing with Taurians. It's like they have this like languid way of existing in the world, and like they don't even mean to do it. It's just the pace that they do it at. And ever try to rush a Taurus? Firstly, it just won't work. You're just not going to get them to do things in a time that's not relevant to them. So I love how romantic Taurians are, but I also love how they try and hold in how they express the lover girl, lover boy sides of themselves. I guess maybe it's no, I don't think it has to do with the feminine energy, but it's just they really crave companionship. So while they may not care about having like many friends or anything like that, what Taurians want is a lover. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Don't even. I mean, I think Librans get way too much flack for being like romantic and like a little rose tinted about the romance, a little delulu, okay? But I think that's a trait that's shared across both signs. Let me tell you that now. As someone with many Taurian friends, that is very common amongst both of us, but how it expresses itself is a little bit different. And because they're an earth sign, they're quite conservative and cautious in how they express themselves. And so Taurian might be bold in how they physically, adorn themselves. But were you to try and extract more from them, especially romantically, they are going to take the back seat. Okay? You're the one who's supposed to make most of the moves. They don't have the will to do that. They don't have the want to do that. As far as they're concerned, at their highest expression, and sometimes at their lowest, they view themselves as the most valuable commodity, and one must bring offerings to the best commodity and uh, make it such that they can consider your offer and decide if it's worthy. And for a lot of Taurians, whew, finances, finances are important. Finances, or just like a measure of responsibility. I also think Taurians want you. They want you to want them more than they want you. Taurians, I think, like to have the upper hand. They like to have the upper hand. You guys, if you're a Taurian and you want to deny it in the comments, deny it all you want. I've got a Taurus moon, baby. My mom's a Taurus. Like, so many of my friends are Taurians. Fight me. Fight me on that. But they do love to have the upper hand, but in a feminine way. So that means when they go after what they want, it's not directly. It's sort of by like sending out rays into the universe. It's by, the type of person to be like, but I looked at you. Didn't you know what it meant when I looked at you? That's so funny. Um, okay, let me wrap up. Let's see. What else can we talk about before we go? Taurians. The bull. Well, yes. Well, but like, how does that relate to how I love Taurians? Um, Taurians make great confidants, for sure. A Taurian can keep a secret because they're probably keeping many of their own because they don't want, especially the men, they don't want to be figured out. They don't want you to have all the cards. They want to be able to like play it how they want to, and you keep showing them that you think that they're interesting, and then the thing goes on and on. Um, but they love, and they love very hard and very well. And if you're looking for a friend that is a good listener, consistent, um, will enrich your life at least in the ways that they like, you know, food, money, those sorts of things. If you want to be in an environment that feels like a loving and lush and beautiful, then spend time with the Taurus. They might help you upgrade. Oh my God, how did I forget? Taurians, what I love about you, you guys are the kings and queens of self-care. You guys invented it. The way you guys do self-care, wow. It's intrinsic for a lot of you. I've seen like Taurians on the very low self-esteem to the very high self-esteem. There is a natural want to take care of your physical body. And it makes sense. Aries rules the head, Taurus rules the body. Well, the throat. And it makes sense because I'm pretty sure the first quadrant of astrology is about the physical body. So Taurus rules the throat as well. And yeah, I think a Taurian at their highest expression will say what needs to be said, cuts right to the chase, ain't no wasting time. Let's just, like in a workplace, they'll be the kind of person that kind of just cuts through the bullshit and just says, so what are you trying to say? Like, what's actually happening here? Like, don't be all wordy, Um, yeah, Taurus isn't very wordy. Like, they're very generally quiet, generally keep to themselves, you know. Yeah, but that's as much as I can think of off the top of my head at the present moment. If I think of more, I will do a part two. But I hope you enjoyed that video. If you liked it, please consider liking the video and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.